I'll make this video. This won't make sense to you at all. But then again, Amazon's saying 22 years ago that everything's going to come from a warehouse, or pretty much does. Warehouses instead of shops, which is where it is now. It's not even started yet. So, I reckon the 3-day week, back in the 70s apparently there was a 3-day week. I think there's going to be a 3-day week. As more people, but instead of actually being compulsory, it's voluntary. I think people only want to work 3 days a week. 3-day weekend, 4-day weekend. Living van life. Plus, so this won't make sense either, but I've driven vans and 7.5 tons for donkey's years as a driver. But at the moment, we need drivers. Like we need so many drivers, don't we? Unemployed driver shortage. There's a few of us apparently. So we need drivers. So many at the moment, yeah, because we can't go nothing on the shelves. But only until trucks are autonomous. And there's a fine margin between trucks being autonomous, needing drivers, and going to autonomous where we don't need drivers. There are people now getting mortgages as drivers, employed as drivers, getting mortgages on houses, right? But they won't be paying the mortgages off, or they'll have to change careers before they pay the mortgage off. And then you'll have drivers are being sacked week after week after week. Right? Yeah? It's going to go like a period. That's it. Now we need drivers, yeah, because we're not autonomous yet. And then we will be autonomous. We'll start to be, yeah. And then when we are autonomous, yeah, companies will be sacking drivers so quickly it'll be unreal. Right? And that's it. And when autonomous vehicles go into place, they're driving now, right, in the States, right? Autonomous vehicles are in the States. Just type Volvo Vera into YouTube, and you can see the thing. It's got no space for a driver, right? That exists now in 2021. And the people it will affect are the YouTube truckers that have just gone straight in. They've bypassed multi-drop. They've bypassed 7.5 tonne. They've gone straight in at Class 2 and straight into Class 1. So they've bypassed half the industry. But they've got the biggest voice. They've got so many thousand subscribers. Telling people what's going to happen. But they don't even know that most HGV Class 1 drivers couldn't do 185 drops at Amazon. Not physically fit enough to do so. What happens if the only driving work eventually is multi-drop? Most YouTube Class 1 truckers couldn't do it. Or wouldn't want to do it. Loading a van 4 times a day. Long wheelbase sprinter. But there's almost no need for that, because Amazon already, the richest person in the world, or in the top 3 anyway, yeah? Who owns Amazon, those huge Amazon warehouses in the UK. He also has Amazon Zoox, Amazon ZOOX. Type that into YouTube and you'll see it's just autonomous little people carrier. But Amazon also own the Amazon lockers. At what point will Amazon, one of the richest people in the world, put an Amazon locker, like a fridge van, yeah, box van, yeah, Amazon lockers full of about 30, 40, 50 Amazon lockers, yeah, onto an autonomous Zoox, whatever they are, which means there's no need for an Amazon driver. That isn't far away. So this won't make sense in 2021, but in 2030 there'll be drivers being sacked daily because of autonomous trucks. And then what? Because they never saw Amazon coming 22 years ago, and they won't see the driver chaos that's coming in 10, 15 years. But the people that it will affect first are the YouTube truckers, who will have to vlog that they're losing their jobs. All this, they'll see a driverless shunter vehicle in the RDC depot. Yeah. There'll be an RDC shunter vehicle that has no driver on it. Driverless shunters in yards, RDCs. Because 30 years ago, and this is fact, 30 years ago, or 30-ish years ago, in a UK RDC, of a supermarket RDC, they used to have double pallet spaces, yeah, robots, that a forklift could actually just put a pallet of product onto one of these little robotic vehicle things that carry 2 pallets, put one on, and then just nudge the other one on, yeah, to the end, put it on there, and it used to lock into place, and the 2 pallets, yeah, used to run on radio frequencies in the floor, and there's reach truck drivers going through, and if you know the warehouse, you know what it exists, and the pallets used to just move, yeah, could go to the destination. But there was there was brought out of the. It said it's a term in warehousing. It's brought out of the sky, yeah, which is out the racking, which is about 6-7 pallet spaces high. Yeah, it is. You're looking up about 7. You're looking up about 20 meters high. Yeah, in the ceiling. You know, RDC warehouse. But it's. That existed 30 years ago. Pallets going around warehouses on automated things that run on frequencies in radio frequency in the floor. That's existed 30 years ago. I think Walker's Crisp now is a completely automated warehouse. Most 50% of all robots work in the car industry. Back in the day, the car industry, all done by people. Now, 50% of it is done by robots. And at some point, robots will make robots, if they don't already. And then what? There's going to be a shortage of jobs. And if there's a shortage of jobs, there'll be a shortage of people being able to pay mortgages. Then there'll be a shortage of people being able to afford homes, which means everyone will be renting rooms from landlords. Or living in a van. We are in that. That's it. Everyone's on remote jobs. But it's going to happen. It will happen so quickly. It didn't take 20 years for Amazon, 22 years for Amazon to dominate the retail sector. Well, it's currently about the 6th biggest retailer in the UK. That's going to go to the number one. Because already they figured out date. So there's background noise on, but this is the problem you don't get. This is the problem you don't get in a van. If you live in a van, just put in the middle of